The day began just like any other for Leo, a boy in a tall Singapore apartment. The city outside was waking up, but inside, everything felt still. The sky was thick with clouds, muting the city's usual vibrance. Even the birds seemed quieter, their songs muffled by the heavy air. Leo gazed past laundry on bamboo poles, watching the city stir below. Cars crawled along wet roads, and neighbors shuffled about their routines. He felt ordinary, like a single raindrop in a puddle, blending into the background of daily life. Breakfast was routine, clinking spoons, the fans hum, distant TV chatter. His family moved around him, each lost in their own thoughts. School promised nothing but math, reading, and predictability. The day ahead seemed mapped out, every moment accounted for. He wished for something, anything, to break the monotony, to make this grey morning different. Bag slung over his shoulder, Leo stepped into the humid hallway, passing identical doors, each one closed, each one hiding its own quiet story. Everything felt the same, inside and out. The sameness pressed in on him, making the world feel smaller. The lift ride was silent, the numbers blinked down to the ground floor. Leo watched his reflection in the metal doors, searching for a spark of excitement. At the void deck, uncles read newspapers, a cat stretched lazily. The world moved slowly, as if waiting for something to happen. Leo's shoes scuffed the concrete as he walked past, shoulders drooping. He felt invisible, just another face in the morning crowd. The greyness of the sky seemed to seep into everything, colouring his mood and the world around him. He set off for the bus stop, expecting nothing but another uneventful day, unaware that something extraordinary was about to begin. Cutting across the open field, Leo felt the weight of the grey morning pressing down on him, the world around him quiet and subdued. Suddenly, he spotted a flash of blue near an angsana tree, a colour so bright it seemed almost out of place in the muted landscape. It was a kite, brilliant blue, diamond-shaped, with a tail of colourful ribbons fluttering gently in the breeze. The field was empty. The kite seemed to be waiting just for him, as if it had been left behind by a mysterious hand. He approached, curiosity piqued, and reached down to touch the smooth paper, feeling its coolness beneath his fingers. The kite felt delicate, yet strong, as if it held untold stories from the skies it had once soared through. Leo found the handle and string perfectly intact, as if inviting him to take flight. It was a hidden treasure on a plain morning, a secret waiting to be discovered. The blue kite was everything he wasn't feeling, vivid, alive, full of promise and hope. For a moment, school and routine faded away, replaced by wonder. Standing in the field, Leo smiled, excitement blooming inside him, his imagination beginning to soar. The world was still grey, but something inside him had shifted, a spark of colour igniting within. He looked up at the sky, now filled with possibility, his heart lighter than before. What if he could fly it? The thought sparked a new energy, a sense of adventure he hadn't felt in a long time. Leo glanced around, feeling the gentle wind, wondering if today was the day he would see the blue kite soar. Leo couldn't resist the call of the wind. He gripped the handle, feeling the rough string in his palm, and raised the kite high, letting the breeze tease its paper wings. The paper fluttered, the tail danced, ready for flight, trembling with anticipation. Leo dashed forward, letting out string, his school bag bouncing wildly behind him, heart pounding with excitement. The kite wobbled uncertainly, then caught a sudden gust and soared upward, climbing higher with every step. Suddenly it was alive, a blue diamond against the grey sky, bold and bright. Leo stopped, head tilted back, feeling the tug of the string, a silent conversation between boy and sky. The kite dipped and pulled. Leo responded, guiding its dance, learning its rhythm. All his grey feelings melted away, replaced by wonder and joy, his worries forgotten. He was no longer just a boy on his way to school. He was a kite flyer, master of the wind. The kite moved with freedom, unbound by routine, twirling and soaring above the treetops. For a few precious minutes, Leo's world was as big and limitless as the sky itself. Math tests and boring lessons vanished from his mind, replaced by peace and freedom. He laughed out loud, his happiness echoing across the empty field, carried by the wind. The blue kite soared, and so did his spirit, lifted by hope and possibility. He felt powerful, connected to the wind and sky, as if anything was possible. The ordinary morning had become extraordinary, transformed by a simple act of joy. Leo's worries were gone, replaced by pure, simple joy, his heart light as air. The sky, once dull, now held a single, defiant splash of color, a symbol of hope. As the kite soared, Leo felt a shift in the air, a gentle breeze that seemed to carry away the heaviness of the morning. The clouds began to thin, slowly drifting apart, as if making way for something new. A single sunbeam broke through, casting golden light across the field. The grass sparkled with dew, each blade catching the sunlight and shimmering like tiny jewels. Leo closed his eyes, feeling the warmth on his face, a gentle reminder that change was possible. It was as if the kite had poked a hole in the sky. More sunlight followed, blue sky spreading above, and the world brightened around him. Flowers bloomed in the sunlight, and hope blossomed within Leo's heart. The blue kite now danced against a matching sky, its colors vivid and alive. Leo felt lighter, his worries fading as he ran through the open field. He realized his day was no longer ordinary. By flying the kite, he'd changed his own perspective and brightened his world. He'd helped chase the clouds away, both in the sky and in his mind. Time slipped by unnoticed, but Leo didn't mind. He reeled the kite in slowly, savoring the moment as the sun shone brighter than ever. The morning was now bright, beautiful, and full of promise, a new beginning for Leo and his hidden gem of a day. Leo wound the string, holding the now still kite. It was just paper and sticks, but it meant so much more. The kite had needed a little help to fly, just like hope. Sometimes hope waits for a small action to take flight. The kite taught Leo about perspective. It stood out on grey days, but was still beautiful in a blue sky. Even a small bit of hope can be a powerful beacon. The tug on the string reminded him he was connected to something bigger. The kite showed him that even when you feel small, you can be part of something magnificent. Sometimes you let out more string, sometimes you hold on tight. It was a lesson in balance, patience, and trust. Most importantly, the kite showed him the power of taking a chance. If he'd ignored the blue flash, his day would have stayed grey. By choosing to engage with the unexpected, he transformed his day. Sometimes you have to run into the wind and create your own sunshine. With the kite in his bag, Leo walked toward the bus stop, steps lighter. He saw a younger boy on the steps, looking as grey as Leo had felt. The boy's eyes widened at the sight of the blue kite. Leo remembered his own earlier gloom and paused. The boy whispered, "Wow, is that yours?" Leo smiled, then offered, "I just found it, want to try?" The boy's face lit up. He jumped to his feet. Leo handed him the kite, showing him how to hold it and run into the wind. The boy ran, laughter ringing out as the kite soared again. Leo watched, warmth spreading through him, not from the sun, but from sharing joy. The happiness didn't shrink when shared, it multiplied. Now 2 people had their day changed by a simple paper bird. The sky was brighter for both of them. Leo arrived at school late, but his heart was light. Math and reading felt easier, the memory of the blue kite lingering. He learned hope can appear unexpectedly, like a splash of color on a grey day. It doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes it's as simple as a paper kite. On grey days, look for flashes of color, small bits of beauty. Hope isn't just waiting for the clouds to part. It's having the courage to act. We can choose to engage, to take a chance and let our hopes fly. We hold the string, guiding our dreams through changing winds. Be a splash of color for someone else. Share your joy and hope. Hope, like a kite, may seem fragile, but with a little wind and a steady hand, it soars. Even after the greyest morning, a blue sky is always waiting.